diving. Hope comes and stops us in our tracks. Bravely we prove in our striving, trudging together each day. Where there's a will, there's a way.
The views and opinions expressed on Trudging Together are solely those of the host, co-host, and our guests. They do not necessarily reflect the views of any organization, fellowship, or other entity, and definitely not your boss, your neighbor, or that one guy in your home group. The content of this program is not intended to replace medical, psychological, or professional advice. If you're looking for that, please seek guidance from qualified professionals who spent way too many years in school. What you'll hear here is based on lived experience, recovery journeys, and the occasional bad coffee-fueled joke. Trudging Together is not affiliated with any 12-step fellowship. We are simply people sharing our stories and walking this path together, one day at a time. Thank you for joining us, and remember, recovery is serious business, but that doesn't mean we can't laugh along the way.
Happy Monday. It's Monday. Yeah, it's Monday. Yep. Sure is. I keep thinking it's Sunday, but it's not. It's Monday. I have things I have to do tomorrow. So I might go on with my day and forget that the 5 o'clock meeting is happening because I think it's Sunday. All right. I didn't even get to my laundry yesterday, and I always do laundry on Sunday. So even doing laundry, clean the cat box, gonna make me think it's Sunday all day. All day. Hi, Larissa. Good to see you. Oh, I'm not as tired as I thought I was gonna be today. It was a good week. Had a lot of fun yesterday. We did our Mother's Day for my mother yesterday. And if you didn't know, yeah, I haven't always gotten along with my family. I have things that I deal with. Things work both ways, absolutely, but I had to deal with my stuff, and it was kind of cool. My Uncle Mark was there, and I'm fixing the camera here. My Uncle Mark was there. I wasn't expecting him, and I haven't seen him in a long time. That did not fix the camera. So I got to sit down with him a little bit, and if you're familiar with the big book and the part that talks about, acceptance is the answer, is written by Dr. Paul. He was friends with Dr. Paul, and he was telling me some stories about him. It's just kind of cool to hear that, he kind of knew one of the original maybe original. I don't know if Dr. Paul was one of the original members or not. I don't know. But we use acceptance as the answer a lot. So yeah, it's just kind of cool to hear some history. I'm actually going to ask him to come tell his story at our meeting. Hopefully he'll do it. He will. Because I'll just give him shit. I'll just say, no, I asked you to share your story. You don't get to say no. Do you need me to throw the word willing in there? He jokes around like that. He jokes around about everything. He's just always in a good mood. He's one of those guys. Been in the program for a long time. It was funny. I told him I had 10 years, and he just didn't really care. He didn't really care. It's like it's a day at a time. He didn't even say good job or nothing. Yeah. That's an old timer. I'm used to talk with those kinds of guys. Those are the kinds of guys I grew up with in the program. So we're a little bit nicer nowadays in AA. Well, kinder. I don't even know that. But you gotta watch that being nice, it can turn into codependency. And yeah, who's it. Today we're talking about gratitude should move forward. We're just going to go and do today's daily reflection. Yeah. I was not here yesterday. I did not go live yesterday. It was either go live or hold an impromptu meeting, and I decided to hold an impromptu meeting, which seemed to be the right move. See, listen to your intuition. Listen to it. Yeah. A couple of people just need to meet yesterday. It's Memorial Day weekend. It might be your first Memorial Day weekend. Trying to stay busy. And if it is your first one, congratulations. Yeah. You're going to be, tomorrow, you're going to love it. You're going to love it. Today might be a little bit tougher, but tomorrow you're going to love it. I'll let you in on a little secret. Nobody has ever woke up saying, gosh, I wish I had drank the night before. Doesn't happen. Right? All right. Today's daily reflection. I suppose I should do the welcome to the Daily Trudge stuff. Welcome to the Daily Trudge. My name is Dion. It's a little different. My numbers are just, I didn't realize that most of my watches for my reels were actually coming from my pages on my Facebook, and I shut them down. Oh, well. Oh, well. So, it really doesn't matter, honestly. I may not even make clips anymore. I don't know. It's the Daily Trudge. It's just, it is what it is, and that's all it is. It doesn't need to be. Yeah, this isn't the Joe Rogan show. All right, so I don't mind Joe Rogan. All right, progressive gratitude. Gratitude should go forward rather than backward. Now, you're probably like, well, how can gratitude even go backward? Because we're alcoholics and we like to, well, it means you're keeping it to yourself. That's what it means. Okay, there you go. You silly alcoholics. All right. I am very grateful that my higher power has given me a second chance to live a worthwhile life. Man, you did it on your second chance. I'm on like my 17th. I've had a lot more than a second chance. Yeah. And I'm laughing. It's true, though. Yeah. I don't know how many chances I got, but we'll just go ahead and call this the second chance. You know, even though there's been a lot more. I, too, am grateful for my higher power for a worthwhile life. Yeah. It's been weird this week. I mean, it's been a lot for me. For you, it's just a regular week, probably. But for Dion, I got really out of my comfort zone. How I stay in a good mood all day, I have no idea. Or all week. Yeah. I had to yell at my grandkids Saturday night, but they needed it. And even then, I had to fake it. Because I wasn't really mad. So, thankfully, I'm a decent actor. Through Alcoholics Anonymous, I have been restored to sanity. Yes, I'm a recovered alcoholic. I get to use my brain again. That's all it means. It does not mean I'm cured. All right. It does not mean I'm cured. I'm a recovered alcoholic. It means I have recovered from a hopeless state of mind and body. That's what it means. The insanity is gone for the most part. Still crops up every now and again. Sure it does. But it's not the same insanity. That obsession to drink. Oh, I don't miss it. I don't. All right. I don't even think I had nightmares last night. I mean, I got along with everybody yesterday. I even, dare I say it, had a good time. That's different for Dion. It's been a long time since I've been able to, yeah, see. That you thought I was totally healed or what? No, I still got plenty of things to work on, my friends. Plenty. I talk a good game, okay? There's still plenty for me to work on. The promises are being fulfilled in my life. Every single promise has come true for me in that big book. Every single one of them. And probably some that I haven't even seen or figured out yet. I'm grateful to be free from the slavery of alcohol. I'm grateful for peace of mind and the opportunity to grow, but my gratitude should go forward rather than backward. You got to give it away. Okay? It's like the red hot chili peppers. You got to give it away. Give it away. Give it away now. Give it away now. Waka waka. All right. Oh, good morning, Frederick. Good to see you. Hope you're having a good day. Gotta say hi to Frederick. Since the cats aren't around. I cannot stay sober on yesterday's meetings or past 12-step calls. Okay. I need to put my gratitude into action today. Okay, so what? Okay, now I'm catching what they're trying to get to here. I took a wild guess at it earlier. This has to do with resting on your laurels. There's a part in the big book that says, it is easy to let up on the spiritual program of action and rest on your laurels. And people think it means sitting around. No, kinda. So we're going to go look it up. Yep, we're going to look it up. Definition of laurels. And I'll turn it down so that I can. Oh, it's not going to do it. All right, didn't give me an AI. To be satisfied with your achievements and not make an effort to do anything else. So, kinda. All right. Larissa says hi, dude. The God Almighty says hello back. But let's go to Merriam-Webster. It's also an evergreen, a tree, a shrub, a laurel. A record uses plural. What we're looking for. All right. What it means for us. To that end, the actor has not been resting on his laurels. All right. So laurels. Why do we say don't rest on your laurels? There we go. So turns out the Romans like the idea of laurel wreaths to Roman. Okay, that's not what we're going for. So in our case, what it means is that we're taking success today for yesterday's efforts. Even though I'm sitting here talking about I had a good time yesterday, I'm proud of myself. I still need to live in the moment. Okay, until an alcoholic can live in the moment, you're denying yourself. It's the only time you can do anything right now. And time keeps on slipping into the future. Let's slip a little Steve Miller band in there. I should start be like, you will win a prize if you figure out what line I used today and from what band. Good morning, Amber. It's good to see you. Happy Memorial Day, honey. All right, so resting on our laurels is just, but when I told my uncle I had 10 years last month, to him, it was probably resting on my laurels. See, taking success yesterday for something that happened over a month ago. And he didn't turn around and tell me how much time he had. Yeah, and I know he's got like 54 years or so. He's got more time than my mother. She's coming up on 50 quickly. So anyway, all right. So I cannot stay sober on yesterday's meeting or past 12-step calls. I need to put my gratitude into action today. Our co-founder said our gratitude can best be shown by carrying the message to others. Without action, my gratitude is just a pleasant emotion. I need to put it into action by working 12, step 12, by carrying the message and practicing the principles in all my affairs. I'm grateful for the chance to carry the message today. So, we're not talking about a gratitude list here. That is something a little different. All right. And no, I'm not. Sometimes I pick on people that do gratitude lists. And it's not really that I'm picking on people that do gratitude lists. I'm just trying to tell you the difference between being grateful and having gratitude, because they're two different things. Okay. I'd be grateful that I have a roof over my head. I can be grateful that I have a phone that I can use to help other people. I'm grateful that I have this speaker because I like to listen to music, and I like everybody around me to hear what music I'm listening to. Right? In fact, yesterday my grandkids were putting on music in their room, and they put on a song that I listen to a lot called "Bad Day," right? Because you had a bad day, right? And and I go in there, I'm like, I listen to that song a lot, and she goes, I know. We hear it when we come over here all the time. We love it. I'm like, yay, Grandpa's still kind of cool. So sorry. Yeah, Grandpa's still kind of cool, but I I have gratitude for that. Makes me happy. So what do we do with that? Well, we've got to pass it on. That means because it's just like any other ripple effect, and gratitude is also a ripple effect, right? Then I have uh, gratitude for like yesterday. I had gratitude because I decided to do an impromptu meeting instead of the daily trudge, and it turned out to be the right answer. And I got gratitude for that. And what do I do when I have gratitude? Well, I double down on God. Yeah. Now it was the end of the day. There wasn't really much people to help. So what was it? Just having a good attitude, making my wife laugh, making make it feel a little bit lighter around here, things like that. Yeah. At least try to. Yeah. I didn't even yell at any drivers yesterday. And oh God, what the hell's going on out there? I gotta watch it though. I can't be yelling at people while I'm running around because yeah, I'm not the young pup I used to be. So yeah. I mean, considering how much I beat the crap out of my body, I'm actually in pretty good health. All right. So oh, that's right. And I'm shutting down my Facebook groups this week too. So I'm very much simplifying my life. So um so now this leads us actually to As Bill Sees It, page 29. Gratitude should go forward. In other words, if you carry the message to still others, you will be making the best possible repayment for the help given to you. Uh, Now, when you help other people, they're gonna have their own set of gratitude, and they're going to feel like they owe you. They're gonna kind of feel that way, all right? But they don't. They owe you nothing, all right? All I ever ask from my sponsees is that they pay it forward. See, Alcoholics Anonymous is the ultimate pay it forward. It saves lives. You ever seen the movie Pay It Forward? If not, you need to watch it. And you need to bring tissue. Yeah, you better bring tissue. It's a hard one. Now it was made in the 90s, so don't get all upset. Okay. There's no action scenes, so you don't have to really worry about that. Okay. But it's a good movie. All right. And that's what we're doing. That's what we're doing. And it was kind of cool. Yesterday we were talking, we had our impromptu meeting, and somebody brought up, it's weird that you said it that way, Dion, because my sponsor said it that way also. See, that's what's cool about AA. The message remains the same, unlike everything else out there. Doesn't it get convoluted by each person's thoughts and emotions as it travels through before it gets to the news? The news has their own bias. This person, swings, but for us, we try and remain neutral. We're just passing on the same message that was given to us. And it's the same message that started in 1939. And why is that? Because of our traditions, because of the 12 traditions. So I used to say 12 traditions and stuff, but I use my stuff a lot, and it gets wore out when you do that. If you own a 12 by 12, you've had it for more than 5 years and it still looks pristine, yet you ain't using it. Okay? Even my daily reflections book is in like 12 pieces, right? They get a new one. But so What else does this have to say? Well, it goes under the 12 by 12 page 110. So why don't we just go there? 20 minutes? All right. Yeah, we're only like halfway through here. I try and do like about 40 minutes. When this first started, 10 to 12 minutes. If I went 15 minutes, it was too long. Yeah. Yeah. Because I know I can't keep your attention for more than 10 to 12 minutes, especially when y'all have ADHD. All right, page 110. That's why I do every now and again. I might just do something weird. Yeah, just to bring you back. I'll say something odd. I go off track a lot. I do it on purpose. I'm doing it again right now. I'm not on topic, right? So, but it keeps your attention when I throw something else in there, right? Or a joke. Jokes, laughing about something. Well, what's he laughing? What I miss? Oh man, I better pay attention. All right. We're down to according to this, we're down to one person. It never makes any sense. Okay, doesn't matter. And I'm probably going to be switching this over to this will probably be my last when I'm done paying for this month's restream, I'll be switching over to YouTube. Because I can also do that while I'm in the car. I can do it in a lot of different places. Everybody listens from YouTube. So, yeah, we're going to simplify it. Simplify. Where can I find you? YouTube. Where can I find you? YouTube. It's the number one question I get. Where can I find you? YouTube. I'm shutting it. Podbean just got paid for. I'll probably keep it, for a little bit. So, and she's a boss. LOL. I don't know what you're talking about. I must have said something about 12 seconds ago. And we won't get the lag. We won't get the same amount of lag, right? It'll be about a 4 or 5 second lag as opposed to a 12-second lag. So that'll be beneficial also. All right. So this is the part that was in As Bill Sees It. Practically every AA member declares that no satisfaction has been deeper and no joy greater than a 12-step job well done. And I would agree. I would 100% agree. And I've done a lot of things in this life. Oh, your one listener here is a fucking boss. Got it. Who is the one listener thing? I don't think it's right anyway because Larissa's still here. She just laughed. But yeah, and I can't describe it to you. I wish I could. I wish I had the words to describe what it is like. You're going to have to experience it yourself. It's beyond words. Even Bill only gets to said that no satisfaction has been deeper and no joy greater than a 12-step job well done. And that barely even touches the gratitude that you get out of it. It doesn't touch it. Can't touch this. Right? Yeah. To watch the eyes of men and women open with wonder as they move from darkness into light. That's why I like having the meeting almost every day, because I get to watch you progress. And we have people in the group that are at varying levels at the moment. And there's nothing like watching the lights come on, man. To know. And inside you're going, they got it. Because you're not allowed to say it for yourself in an AA meeting. Don't you dare say, I got this. When I say they got it, I'm saying the sunlight of the spirit. Okay. But don't ever go to an AA meeting saying, I got this. You are going to hear it. It doesn't matter what it is. I'm going to go do the laundry. I got this. Yeah, okay. Even then, I need a little direction. I'm just having fun. All right. But to start watching people reappear in their lives, and, my family got to watch this yesterday with me. I wasn't the Dion that they have known for the last 20 years. I'm not that person anymore. Actually, 25 years. Yeah. I am inexplicably different. And they don't, a few of my family will know. Yeah. Sorry, just thinking about my sister. And it was I caught it too. My sister's like, Dion, I've told my story twice, which is a big deal for her. She's very shy. Okay, she's a Libra. She is shy. Okay, she was the quiet child in growing. So for her, that's a big deal. Very proud of her. All right. So and I asked her if she'd be willing to come to Grassroots and tell her story. We should have some Al-Anon speakers. We should. We need to understand the other side, don't we? And I'd love to hear it. I'd love to hear my sister's story. Would that be cool? Yeah. See, went to a family event, got us 2 speakers. Why not? Then it goes on, right? To see their lives quickly fill with new purpose and meaning. Now, I'm just going to give a heads up. Sometimes this new purpose and meaning comes along and the alcoholic runs if they flee because it may seem overwhelming to them. I'm kind of watching that happen right now too. Sometimes it's hard to understand because there was a point in my sobriety when I was starting to become happy, joyous, and free, and I wondered if I deserved it. All right. I wonder if I deserved it. And some people just don't feel like they deserve it and they run off. All right. But to see their lives quickly fill with new purpose and meaning, to see whole families reassembled, to see the alcoholic outcast received back into his community into full citizenship, and above all, to watch these people awaken to the presence of a loving God in their lives. That's the big one. That's the big one. These are the substance of what we receive as we carry a message to the next alcoholic. It's neat when it happens to you, but for some reason, watching other people go through it, it's because you know what's going to happen next, and you get excited for them. Yeah, that's the purpose. But because before I would get jealous. Well, they're if your sponsee got it quicker than you, don't get all mad. It's a good thing. Don't get upset by that, right? Because we don't need to be comparing ourselves. And just like my Uncle Mark was saying yesterday, we only got today. It doesn't. None of it else matters. We're all an arm length away from the next drink. There's nobody further ahead. There's no advanced AA. There's no recovery 201. It doesn't exist. There's no graduating. Right? No, we're all on the same level. Yeah. There's a saying, we're not all sick on the same day. Right? I go through hard days. Friday morning was hard for me. Really hard. Right? What I do, I utilize the fellowship. All right, we're going to read one more paragraph from here, even though it doesn't have really to do with gratitude, but that's okay. I think we covered gratitude pretty decently. Refreshing. Nor is this the only kind of 12-step work. We sit in AA meetings and listen, not only to receive something ourselves, but to give reassurance and support which our presence can bring. Even just being there means something. If you ever tell your story, it is cool to watch all your friends show up and surround you because they know that you're nervous, and some of them may even have heard your story a few times and know it, but they're there. It's what we do for each other. Right? In fact, Amber just put out a little flyer about somebody in our grassroots meeting speaking at a different meeting. Cool. Throw it in there. Yeah, let's do this stuff. Right. And it so happens that, I know this person and I'll leave it there. All right. But this is one person that I've watched go through all this. And now they're a recovered alcoholic, a working member of society. It's cool. If our turn comes to speak at a meeting, we again try to carry AA's message. Whether our audience is one or many, it is still 12-step work. Now, yesterday I did the impromptu meeting. It only needed one other person. We were still going to have a meeting even if there was just two of us. A meeting was still going to happen. But I kind of knew 3-4 people were going to show up. And I knew they were probably all going to be girls. And it was. Am I the only person that has noticed that the grassroots meeting is 70% women? Yeah. It's because of the meeting. We share our feelings. Yeah. We share what's going on with us. That's why. It's because emotional sobriety is taken over and takes men a little bit longer to get to that part. Right. But even then, see, in that meeting, doesn't matter who's speaking, man, woman, binary, however you want to call yourself. We're still talking the same thing, the language of the heart, the solution. That's why people like that meeting so much, because we talk solution. In fact, we talk so much solution that if you don't want the solution, you're going to leave. I'll watch it happen. All right. There are many opportunities, even for those of us who feel unable to speak at meetings, who are so situated that we cannot do much face-to-face 12-step work. We can be the ones who take on this unspectacular but important task to make good 12-step work possible. I don't just 12-step people, I also make 12-step work possible. It's something that I'm working on. Yeah. I'm getting a couple of the detoxes here to start calling the AA hotline instead, or we're gonna have a group of people there waiting if somebody needs to talk. Yeah, we can just do night watch at detox. Perhaps arranging for the coffee and cake after the meetings, where so many skeptical, suspicious newcomers have found confidence and comfort in laughter and talk. This is 12-step work in the very best sense of the word. Freely have received, freely give is the core of this part of step 12. And beyond that, it's going to give you a level of gratitude that nothing else can top. I guarantee it. I'll guarantee it. All right. That's going to be it for today. Thank you, everybody, for being here. Don't forget, it is Monday, not Sunday. All right. Thank you, everybody, for being here. I appreciate it. I love you. You know I do. Peace out. And keep on trudging.